Really excited to have Albert here with me today talking about scams. Obviously a really interesting topic, but one that we've seen continually evolve, particularly over the last few years.
Yeah,
Welcome.
certainly. Thank you, Michelle. And just on the topic of scams, from a GBG perspective, we've seen more than a doubling of scams and identity takeover events over the last 12 months. Certainly quite prevalent within general market conditions. The interesting thing is that Australia is ripe for the picking when it comes to scams. And we probably don't see our disproportionate amount of scams, whether it be romance dating and or investment schemes. There's of course other variations like Ponzi schemes and in certain other markets and 419K schemes in the US that may be slightly dissimilar to what we see, but if you distill it down to really basic modus operandi, they're very, very similar.
Very similar. Which is interesting, isn't it? Because I know when we were speaking earlier, you start to overlay the Australian landscape and the financial landscape, and we know that we've got the highest amount of superannuation and cash balances globally, which does mean, to your point, that potentially we're ripe for the picking, which is really I think quite scary, but then on the flip side gives us lots of opportunities to try and stop these criminals from infiltrating our country.